forms, so I'm gonna do the whole rigmarole of checking to make sure everything's live, and everything is live. So I'm jumping right into it. The first thing I'm gonna do is actually, I think, back-to-back days maybe of doing this. Maybe it's back-to-back days of doing this. If so, I'm going a little nutty. I'm going a little nutty in this game because I'm actually gonna open more packs right out of the gate. So I've opened a ton of packs recently. I usually like to save them until I have at least 10, but I'm hoping for some wild cards, obviously, and some other little white mono-colored things. Achievement completed. I completed an achievement, so I got a wild card, a rare wild card, which is what I needed the most. I needed the rare wild cards the most. I got one of these. That's beautiful. Give me another one. Now I feel a lot better because I want to edit my deck again. In fact, I want to build a whole separate deck. Not a whole separate deck. It's still going to have some of the same colors, but maybe you'll get what I'm coming from. Reveal all. Oh, that's terrible. Even though this is a good card, but I'm not playing that crap. Oh, white creature, but no, it's a bit too slow for what I'm trying to do. But I did gain a wild card. So how many wild cards does that give me? Let's see. Now, the question that I have now, for my brain's sake, is do I edit? What the hell's happening? Where did it go? Why is it doing this to me? Oh, invalid decks, that's why. Now my question is, do I continue to edit this deck? So basically I've been adding it and taking out cards the last couple of days just because I'm not happy with it. Now I haven't been happy with it for a long time. And I just remembered that I don't have the chat up. Finish. Fine-ish. That's a pretty good name. I like that name. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you enjoy watching someone try to get better at the game of Magic the Gathering, because I've become quite addicted to it. Sorry if I left you hanging for a while. I forgot to have the chat up. I was kind of just focused on opening packs and dialing in this deck in. And the reason why I'm continuing to edit this, it is Magic the Gathering. It is Magic the Gathering Arena, standard format. I'm currently editing the deck because I'm trying to fill some holes that I've noticed over the last couple of days. Jim the YouTube man. What a name that is as well. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you enjoy Magic the Gathering. Be pretty cool if you did. I'm trying to think to myself, is it worth... Dang, I just got rid of it. Is it worth adding these cheap flyers? Because that's really... I've been noticing that as more games progress, I play it with my brother. Hey, that's awesome. I'm just now getting into the game. So I'm not the best. However, we're getting there. I'm much better than I was 4 days ago, that's for sure. You can probably tell in the background that I used to really like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So I have to rewire my brain a lot. I'm struggling with combat phase and whatnot. Anyways, over the last few days, I've noticed that if I just had more flyers, I would have game way more often. Me neither? Yeah. It's kind of rough, especially when you're used to a different game, a different format. It really takes a while to rewire the play styles. However, I'm slowly but surely getting there. I have Healer's Hawk. I think I only have one Healer's Hawk, though. Do I? Oh, I have two? I have three. I have four Healer Hawks. Okay, so that's definitely going to go in. It's really hard to learn. I agree with you. The biggest challenge for me, besides combat phase, is the just the knowledge of the cards that are out there. Because like I'll be facing a deck, and I literally have no idea what they're trying to accomplish. So it makes it very stressful when I play cards. So that is definitely. Tapping, yeah, I can see that for sure. Luckily in this game, the online game, you don't really have to worry about tapping as much because it's all automatic. Storm Vault, hey, you're back, my friend. Are you still locked into mono white? Well, kind of. Here's actually what I'm thinking. Because I don't have that much resources. Okay, let's check this out. I was actually thinking about broadening my horizons a little bit. And I started to put this together. Where is it? Boros. Because it's some red, which I have some red already just from opening packs. And it also includes a lot of white. So I was thinking about just biting the bullet and crafting all. So I can start spreading out. What is that game on, like, console or PC? It's on PC. I'm not sure if there's a console port, but it's also on mobile. It's on mobile as well, so you can really play it on your phone or on your actually, I'm not sure if it's on your phone. I know it's on your iPad for sure. I've also played it on my Android device as well. Yeah, so I'm sticking with white. I want to branch out a little bit, but I just don't have the resources at the moment. I'm thinking about crafting this deck, just going for it and see how it goes, because playing the same deck for the last 2 weeks, it doesn't get old. It's great for learning, but I want to play something more. I want to play something other than just the same thing. So I might just buy. Let's see what it would cost me. You don't have enough wild cards. I need a lot of rare wild cards for this. So I think I might have to be stuck to mono white for the time being, unfortunately, until I can open more. It's on iOS? Yeah, it's on iPad. I'm not sure about iPhone. It might be too small of a screen. Let's look. Magic Arena. Yep, it is on the iPhone, so you can definitely get it on iPhone. And it's a great place to play. I used to play it on my iPad before I started streaming. Great place to play. Okay, I am stuck with mono white, unfortunately, but I could do angels instead. I think this will be simpler. I think I'm definitely going to craft this card. Is it a 4 of? I'm not sure. Healer's Hawk, I have 4. I like this card because if I get board wiped, but if I get board wiped, it's pretty much game over anyways. But I've been in situations where if I could just have some creature recursion, then I could pull it off barely. But is it really worth crafting your deck around a small percentage of a already losing position? That's a hard choice to make. Maybe I just go with the flyer route, because I added this nesting bot for that same reason. I don't know. This is a good card to add me draw cards, because that's really lacking in the deck. Maybe I should just try it and see what happens. Okay. I'm going to take this one out. And I'm going to add... I'm going to take this out. Add Momo. And I might add this too. It's a 2-1. My time zone is way too off. It's like 4 a.m. Jeez. That is rough, my friend. I've been staying up pretty late because of an Australian tennis tournament. I've been watching it. Thankfully, today is the last day of that tournament. So I know staying up that late, man, that's been wreaking havoc on me. So you are a trooper, my friend. You are a trooper. I do plan on starting to stream more often throughout the day. So we might be able to catch each other more often in more preferable times for you. I really would like to start streaming more. So that might be coming in the future. Where was I? Momo. Not collected. Adding it. Playful pet. This also has a little bit of recursion. So if they get rid of this card, at least I can scry. So that's not that bad. So 4. I took away how many? I took away 6 in total. 6 creatures. Spellbook Vendor, maybe take away. I don't think I'm going to take away Wonder Weave because that has Ward and that's helpful. Okay, I'm taking away Nesting Bot even though I like it. I do enjoy that card. The Novice Inspector, I think for sure I'm going to try. Because the lack of card draw is really hurting me lately. I just feel like a lot of these games I'll feel like I could have some sort of a chance if I just could draw a couple more cards. I know that's a story of everybody, but Vigilance, that's helpful. Healer Hawk. Do I want Lightstall or Healer's Hawk? Well, it'd be nice to not have to craft this, and it's a rare. Okay, I just talked myself out of that. Okay, Momo, though, I think I'm going to craft it. Healer's Hawk. Okay. Maybe I just get rid of this altogether. I mean, there's one half. It's like a half of a card rip, too. It's like not... It's not a full one. So is it that... It wouldn't be that strong in this deck. Most helpful Weaver. I did add more... Yeah, I'm going to remove one of these because I'm adding creatures. Shard Mage's Rescue. I honestly hate Shard Mage's Rescue, even though it saves my creatures, but it's so tempting to not play it that I've cost myself games because I didn't play it. And that's a skill issue. It's not on the card. The card is obviously good. But I just hate it because of that fact. All right. I think I'm just going to try this. I'm still so high in the... Okay, let me look at this. Can I look at like stats of the deck? I can. Sweet. I have 23 creatures, 27 non-creatures. That actually feels pretty good. Because 3 of those is actually creatures because the enchantments create a token. So that's actually 26 and 24. 26 and 24. So it's basically a 1-to-1 ratio of enchantments and creatures, which is not bad. Not bad for a dad. Where's this blue coming from? Oh, yeah, Wonderweave, obviously. Humans. I have a lot of humans. I could do some human tribal stuff. Can I search for that in the search bar here? I can. That's exciting. I think I have creature. Nope, creature's still off. So maybe I can find like an enchantment that does stuff when this creature attacks whenever you control. Nothing that's really tribal, it seems like. Survival. Nothing that specifically says human that I can see. A Demi gains flying. That's a bit too slow for what I'm wanting at the moment. When this creature enters, white human, another human is created, but doesn't really have a human payoff. Let's see. Pulsar, what does that say? When this creature enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a spacecraft. I don't have any spacecrafts. Nice to hear. I have watched some of your streams from time to time. Your skill level is getting pretty good, but you might get a little too stuck cards. You know how it works. Yeah, man, that's one of the biggest things is the card pool. I'm getting a little bit better recognizing these cards. However, that's still that in combat I've been struggling with lately. And I've been getting stuck just getting outpaced. And that is why I'm trying to make these changes. I think, this definitely will help me pace back in. But I think adding the flyers is better. I'm going to try just adding the flyers instead. I had like a Stormvault. I had Epiphany like 3 days ago that really helped. The Epiphany was like taking advantage when advantage comes instead of waiting for the optimal play. And I've been playing a lot better since I had that Epiphany. However, since then I've been getting like flooded. Planes flooded. Which is a better problem to have than getting screwed, I guess. But it still feels bad nonetheless. This card I like, I just don't love. So maybe I'm going to take another one out. Sheltered by Ghosts, obviously good. Feather of Flight, now that I have, but I do want the card draw. That's a hard one. A Most Helpful Weaver, I took one out already. Shard Mage's Rescue, it feels bad taking that one out, but I'm going to try it. Can't take that out. 3, card draw. Okay, I think I'm going to try this list. I think I'm going to try it. 60, I don't like being above 60 that much, but I think it's worth it just to get in the games and see how that ratio works. Wow, I got 2 bots back to back. That's pretty impressive. All right, let's see how it works. Let's see if the changes made any sort of difference. I'm excited to see if the flyers actually makes, because I noticed yesterday, multiple games, back-to-back games even, I was like, man, if they were just flying automatically, it would make such a big difference. These are 2 cards I added yesterday. So seeing them both in my hand is actually very exciting. And he has a cool mate. And he has a cool profile picture. This guy might be a cool guy. Blue and red, I like that color combination. I wish I had the material to make it for myself. For myself, I want that. We'll get there after maybe a couple more months of grinding the game. Played every day for the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's been. I'll give you a cabbage, my friend. There you go. Nice little Appa. Appa at war. Can I give you another cabbage? There you go. There you go. What a nice guy. Your owner is taking a long time to play. That's not very nice, so I'm just going to feed you again. There you go. There you go. Nice little Appa. I guess there's nothing for me to do besides just take a drink. Yeah, that's... So, when I was getting screwed, I was at 20 planes. And now I think I'm at 24 planes. Man, it's just so oh man, I don't know. Enchant creature or vehicle. Enchant permanence gets +1 and has vigilance. Let's do that. Let's just go absolutely nutty right now and make this huge while I can. Because he has some burst lightning, so I would like for this to be big enough to not have that be a factor, really. So, yeah, I was getting screwed all the time a few days ago, but now that I'm getting flooded, it just feels so bad. Like, I needed a card, I kept drawing planes. Needed a card, kept drawing planes. Two sides of the same coin, and both sides feel equally bad. Okay, I like that. Sleight of hand, I like the card name for sure. Beautifully designed card right here. Sleight of hand for a card name. Awesome. I saw 22, 18 planes, and 2 other lands. That could be... I think that was the Angel deck. I think. I can take a look again. 4 or 5. See? Flying is such a... It makes such a big difference. Do I want to play this? I don't think I do. Maybe as a blocker? He would have to pay the ward cost. Okay, I'm gonna play it just to, like, maybe make him pay the ward cost. Okay, well, we'll get that out of his hand now. I actually don't mind that. And now I actually feel better about the fact that I added card draw, because right now is when I want the cards. Like, as soon as this happens, I'm just at their mercy, basically, and the top decking gods of this game. And it feels like a bad place for me to be. But hey, the changes we made, we got our first W. W's were hard to come by yesterday. However, we went from platinum to silver, so that probably plays a factor too. So it might not be a big deal, the fact that I got a game right now. But let's see. Let's see if I have 22 or 24. I could definitely have 22. 100% I could have 22. Yep, I do have 22. So I was getting flooded with 22 planes in a 69 card deck. And I just feel like that's bad luck. Because I was getting screwed at 20 in a 60 card deck, and now I'm getting flooded at 22 in a 69 card deck. Make that make freaking sense. The math does not math there. Zlomas, that's a weird name. Festive Fighter. Yeah. Hey, Stranger, you're back, my friend. I made more changes to my deck since yesterday. This is one of them. I added more flyers, and I added more cards that could potentially help me draw cards, because I noticed yesterday and the day before, and the day before, and the day before, that I get into these positions that I want more of my creatures to have automatic flying. That could potentially be a game changer. And also, too, card draw. As soon as I play my opening hand, I'm basically at the mercy of the game. That feels bad. But at least, the reason why I added this is because once my creatures die, I get outpaced, and that just feels terrible. What is a food token again? Does it tell me? How can I tell? Food token? Come on, tell me what a food token is. Damn it. Okay, I'd rather scry anyways. Sheltered by Ghost on top. I think that's what I want. Actually, I kind of want a creature. I'll have 2 mana to Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that way. I tuned in just in time for the win, and I hope to continue to help you. Thank you, bro. That win is on you. Food token and sacrifice life and gain 3. Okay. Sacrifice the token and gain 3 life. So I think I made the right decision. I added the Momo to Scry, so I can get at least some sort of value when my creatures inevitably die. All right, he's not tapped out, which feels bad. So I have Shard Mages, so hopefully this doesn't die automatically. He's playing blue, so he could counter my stuff. You may cast this card from your graveyard. Do I want to hold up my Shard Mages? I kind of do. End turn. Let's see if he wastes mana. Yes, he is wasting mana. And he's wasting a card, too. So I'm willing to do this. Boom. All right. I feel good about that exchange right there. Feel pretty decent about that exchange. I'm willing to make that happen, especially since I have Sheltered by Ghost. But it doesn't seem like this deck really cares about creatures as much. But I'm not very familiar playing Izzet decks against Izzet decks. Okay. It is time. Shite. He has 2 up. If this gets countered, I'm going to be pretty sad, but I need to risk it. I need the card draw. Hope. Okay, it went off. I get to draw a card, and it's a Plains. Couldn't have been better. And it didn't seem like he had anything to play there. So should I just go for the Gusto here? I'm gonna go this route. Start getting some speed and deal 4, gain 4. I feel all right. All right. I was going to try Stranger. I was going to try to make a whole new deck besides just editing this. But I didn't have enough wild cards, unfortunately. He's going to be so sad when this happens to him, and I honestly feel bad about it. Yeah, I changed the thumbnail for live and everything, and then I realized that I didn't have enough wild cards. So it didn't feel great, to be honest with you. I was going to do Boros Burn, because I thought, well, I have half of the card pool, really, the white half. And I have a lot of the red half, too, because that was the first deck I made. But there was a lot of rares. It was a lot of rares. It takes a while to get the wild cards to make more decks. Yeah, I've noticed. I thought for sure. Hey, 2 wins. Honestly, this is such a... I need to lower my temperament in reactions to these wins because, like, I'm in silver. I gotta remember I'm back in silver. It's not a platinum win. So I can't really gauge whether or not the changes I made today to the deck are actually paying off. However, I'm not getting flooded. So that's a win. Miss1102. Hey, Yubei, how's it going? Hey, thanks for being here, Ms1102. Hopefully I'm doing pretty good. Been having a pretty decent day. Feeling a little bit more like my normal self. And I got 2 wins back to back. Hey, this is another card I added. 2 of the cards I added today are in this opening hand, so this is exciting. Hopefully you enjoy watching people that aren't so good at the game try to get better, because that's what's happening. I've become low-key, high-key addicted over the past couple weeks of this game, and I couldn't be more happy about it, to be honest with you, because I'm enjoying it. You were saying bullshit. Each and every win is worth celebrating. Thank you for saying that. That is... I ended last stream telling myself and everyone that I need to be more positive. And you just called me out on it, so I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. I do need to be more positive. I need to be more of an optimist. Because I do actually believe that, you know, manifesting is kind of like a cringe term these days. However, I don't want to say that's true, but it's kind of true. You know what I mean? If you breathe positivity into your life, you're going to get positive stuff back. And if you're negative all the time, same thing, vice versa. If you think about it, all the platinum people are also in silver now, so enjoy the wins regardless. There you go. In best of 1 hidden from you, Arena draws 2 hands from 2 separate copies of your deck. It then chooses the hand and remaining library that is nearer to your deck's statistical average. Huh, that's kind of weird. Okay. Feather of Flight. I'm not playing it yet. Well, maybe I do. I'm going to play it. If he counters this, I'm going to be a sad, sad person right now. Okay, he didn't counter it. Feather of Flight time. Gonna get the value. I'm going to make the Optimus Scavenger the flyer because Wonder Weave is about to be a flyer, but he's going to get rid of Optimus. He's letting it go through? No freaking way. The value of this turn is just through the roof. Through the freaking roof. Shelter. Oh my gosh. Things are looking up. I was positive because of you, miss. And now look at me. 4 damage. Straight to the face. This feels precarious though. Because he's thinking a long time before every game action. So I can't be, I'm a little nervous. What can he possibly do? Oh, destroy? Perfect! Why would you do that? Scry 2? Thank you. Beautiful. Why would he do that? He was just itching to play a card. That's what he wanted. Copy from Good Grief Games. A Trickle. Article? I mean, it makes sense, which honestly makes yesterday's performance so much more baffling because of how many times I got flooded. It kind of doesn't really change the last couple before I made the changes in my deck. All right. What am I going to do here? I could do this. I don't really want to go any wider. Okay, let's do this. That seems fun. Put it on this one. Make it stronger. Optimus Scavenger. I could put it in the graveyard, but that would be a little silly. Theme Rip. That would be silly too. Oh, you know what I should have done? I got too excited to explore because that mechanic is pretty darn cool. I should have done Spellbook Vendor, got another enchantment on the field. I got a little greedy. And I paid the price. Well, that sucks. That sucks, the big one. Time to play this card. A little bit of card draw. So it kind of makes up for the fact that I got all of those creatures destroyed. I have follow-ups now, and I have a much higher opportunity to draw planes next turn because of that card. So I do like this edition so far. First time I played it. Stock up. This is not looking too good. So because you have 22 lands, the game mostly gives you 2 lands in your opening hand. If that's it, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with having 2 lands in my opening hand. But yesterday I was having 3 lands in my opening hand and then drawing lands back to back to back to back to back to back to back. All right, let's try this again. He only has one thing that's untapped. I need to draw another land. It would really help me out. And I did not. And it doesn't seem like this deck really plays that much creatures. So I'm not sure what to do here, to be honest. Not too sure. When this land enters Surveil 1, he's at 5 that you can tap. All right. Again, a very precarious situation. This seems like more of a deck I was running into in Platinum before the season renewed. And I was getting freaking no lands. Okay, this is exact opposite of what was happening yesterday. And it's very frustrating. Do I just kind of go for it right now? Kind of feels like I just go for it right now. I'm going to go a little wider. I don't really want... Oh, man. He definitely could have an instant... This will get rid of both of the creatures I have in my hand. But I kind of want to push for game. That one time you did Scry 2, you had Sheltered by Ghost in your hand and kept Seam Rip on top. If you put it on, you still have some removal and sooner to a land. That's a great point. Yeah, I got way too greedy there. I already had a Shelter. Yeah, I got too greedy. In fact, this game, I got too greedy multiple times. So that's a call out. I need to remember that. Okay. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So I lost one creature. That could have been worse, though. If he doesn't board wipe, I'll be happy. That takes live is opening mana, so I don't think a board wipe is coming. Split up, I think, is a 3-drop. So split up could happen. But hopefully he is like me and tries to be greedy. You know what's actually crazy now that I'm thinking about it, miss? I was telling strangers heard this a lot of times, and I think I've already told Stormvault. Is a few days ago I had an epiphany where I kept losing because I was finally at Plains. Let's make this bigger. I kept losing because I would hold on to cards, waiting for the optimal time to play them, and I would miss out on the small wins throughout the game, and that would cost me so many games. I think I just want to buff my spider up as big as possible to hope that it goes through. Okay, that was the worst case scenario. However, he doesn't realize I have another one. And now, oh, he's not tapped out. Okay, if this doesn't go through, I'm a little cooketh. Let's hope that it goes through. Oh, he has another son. He has something else. Oh, he let it go through. He probably didn't let it. He probably had to have. Okay. +1/+1. Waterbend Ward. Oh, I forgot he had Ward. I'm such a bad player. I keep missing keywords. Oh, that feels terrible. Feels absolutely horrendous. He's not tapped either. So this game lost just because I'm a bad player. I lost this game because I'm a bad player. But that's okay. I'll take those losses, to be honest with you. What was frustrating me the last 2 days is that I felt like I was losing games not because of me. Because I was like getting flooded or screwed. And that feels way worse than losing because I suck. I can accept that fact. Because we learn from the mistakes. However, I'm learning slow. It's all freaking get out. I'm learning slow. I'm opening a window because I'm getting a little heated. Double strike? I can't believe he left all of his mana up. This is easily dealt with by a lightning helix. Okay. This gives me +1/+0. This gives me +1/+0. That both feels bad. But maybe I'll try. I think if I put it on Novice Inspector, he's less likely to make it fizzle. But this does have Ward. Alright, let's hope this goes off, because I would really love to draw a card right now. It doesn't look like it's going to go off. But I've been surprised in the past, it's not. That was terrible. Absolutely horrendous. Do I do this? Alright, let's see what happens if I try this. I'm definitely attacking regardless. Because it seems like he wants his Unagi in play. Wow, I hate this guy. Absolutely hate this guy. This would buff it to a... That would buff it to a 4/3, but it would still die to a Lightning Helix. Let's try this. Put it on the Optimus Scavenger. Why not? Let's see if I can get lucky. Okay, I got a little lucky. Does it have first strike? No, it doesn't. Double strike. Now it doesn't feel like it's worth it to attack. Do I want... The Unagi doesn't really do anything except when he draws cards. Okay, let's not. Unless he wanted it. Does he want it? Will he let it go through and put himself at a low life total? Oh. Sheltered by Ghost fizzled. If I can make it fly, let's just see. I don't know what's optimal here. I do struggle with combat still. Okay, Unagi's not that important to him. And his Unagi survived. That was a pretty good play on his part. What a piece of crap. I hate this guy. I'm not even going to say that he's outplaying me right now. I'm outplaying myself by being an idiot. That's what I'm going to say. Tell myself. Because that makes me feel a little bit better. Instead of saying you're bad and only focus on your mistakes, try to say what you could have done instead of, or how can I win after you realize what you could have done. Yeah, I'm being too greedy here. Jeskai Revelation. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Jeskai deals 4 damage to any target. Create 2/1/1 with prowess. Draw 2 cards. Resolve. I thought Wizards of the Coast doesn't deal with land manipulation anymore. Well, I was wrong. Let's see what I'm drawing. Oh, now I draw planes. That's cool. That's very cool. I love how this is so animated. Jeskai Revelation is a game ender, FYI. It's hard to come back from it. Yeah, this card seems crazy. In fact, someone told me about that the Pro Tour was happening, so I looked it up today, and I watched the live stream for a little while, and this was like a deck's entire strategy. And it seems like it's this deck's entire strategy. Which is crazy. I drew... Okay. A rehash of yesterday of drawing planes when I don't want to draw planes, and not drawing planes when I want to draw planes. Man. If I did the whole net decking thing, I kept getting screwed. Do I go back to the whole net deck? The thing about net decking is I don't want to pay for the subscription on untapped.gg, and when you go through the filter, the deck is like a high win percentage on the bronze to whatever. I have a Wonder Weave and that's it. Do I want to keep this? I'll probably keep this. But then when you just say platinum, then it goes down. So I wonder if it goes down by a lot if you pay for the subscription and you go to diamond. And I think what's after diamond is mythic. That's my guess. Just because this deck gets outpaced like freaking crazy, you really have to go ham with it or else you don't have a chance. Okay, my goal here is to learn from last game and not be greedy in terms of when I scry. Okay, but he has another Izzet deck. Is everyone playing this because of the Pro Tour? Okay, he's not going to be able to pay the ward cost, but he might be able to counter my Feather of Flight. And I think I'll be okay with that because I want to draw more cards. And if he doesn't do it, then I still have follow-up plays. He's letting it happen. I'm okay with this. Okay, I'm feeling pretty decent. It seems like I might be able to outpace him. Because this has ward, do I go for the early damage? I think that might be a pretty good strategy to go for the early damage. Because there's no way he's paying the ward cost. And do they play the cards where it doesn't target, so Shard Mages is kind of useless? I'll hold up Shard Mages. I don't know. All attacks. Next. Oh, man. I swear, if I hold up Shard Mages one more time for it to be useless, I'm going to be so mad. I read this... My judgment calls on Shard Mages is like 20% positive, 80% negative. So do I start thinking about Shard Mages as just a +1/+1? Okay, this is part of that 20% where it was a good idea to hold on to it. For sure. If I didn't, I would have lost. Drawn at Plains there. He's tapped out. It is time to go for the Gusto. It is definitely time to go for the Gusto. In fact, I'm going to go so much for the Gusto, it's not even funny. There we go. So this deck, it's a fine line of... You got to be greedy in your moments, it feels like. But last game, I was being greedy in like the stupidest way possible. Okay. That didn't feel great, to be honest with you. My deck did do what it's supposed to do, though, which might be a dub. I might be Cradma's lessons. Oh, I might be Cradma lessons. I'm not sure what that means. Cradma or airbending lessons? That's the only thing I can think of right now. Is my brain is just going straight to airbending lessons. Thank you, stranger. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I can't catch a break. Oh my God, this is a much better hand actually. Do I want the card draw or the scrying? If I keep Momo, I think I'm going to keep Momo. Which I will have a chance to redeem myself from my earlier bad scries. Oh, I see. Grandma lessons. I see what you're saying. Ugh. Moon Shadow. You gotta be kidding me. I hate this kind of deck. Flying Vigilance, though. It does not have flying, so I'm okay at the moment. And I could draw Seam Rip. The thing about Moon Shadow, why it doesn't scare me that much, is I have a lot of Seam Rips. And Seam Rips feel great against Moon Shadow. Menace, I can't block. I recognize that keyword. He has 2 Moon Shadows. Forsaken Miner. Wow, this is a pretty fast deck. I'm not familiar with fast black decks. It's usually like hold out, mid-game, flood the board. Novice, I would like to investigate eventually, especially if I keep drawing planes. Do I go for it now? Do I start doing that? He doesn't have any flyers, so maybe I start getting some speed on the board. And it's a vigilant little creature. Alright. I decided on doing it. I really like the mechanic of speed. I really do like the mechanic of speed. It makes me feel good. He's looking at my stuff, which makes me feel bad. If he plays nowhere to run, I'm going to rage quit. I'm not going to rage quit because of that. I gotta redeem myself. I'm scrying too. Okay. Creature, I need the creature. But, no, I won't have enough planes on the board. But maybe... No, I think I'm going to leave it like this. Because I'll be able to draw, and this will be able to attack. And he doesn't have any flyers. Oh, he does have a fucking land. God dang it. God dang it. And I have card draw ability here. Okay, I like what I just did. I don't think that was bad to do. I'm going to make it flyer. Make it a flyer. And I'll be able to draw a card next turn too. And I'm going to... Do I Ethereal Armor now? I feel like I have to take it when I can get it. Because I think he's going to be more focused, especially with one card in his hand. I think he's more focused on his little engine/strategy than me at the moment. And now that I have a creature in my hand, I have this to come back once I'm at max speed, which feels awesome. What he has in his hand could be anything. Okay, at least now I don't have to worry. Everything he has as defender, though, so I'm dead on board. I don't think there's a single thing I could do at the moment. Seam Rip. Great. That's a 3/3. I probably have to get rid of the 3/3 than this, right? Whenever one or more permanent cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, remove a one. Okay, so these are 4s. I think I have to remove this. Let's try it. I think this is the right call, since he only has one card in his hand. Man, that's a hard decision. But I'm going to live with that. It takes 2 to... Oh, man, that sucks. And this isn't vigilant either. Can I survive next turn? I can't. So I have to... This is my last turn, so I have to activate this. That doesn't do a dang thing. Doesn't do a dang thing. Do I still die, though? 2, 4. Yeah, I still die. Ah, that feels bad. He outpaced me. How can an aggro deck be outpaced like that? That feels so bad. I'll hit him with a good game because, like, that was the most enjoyable game I've ever played against black. One blocker. How do you feel about taking notes, or is better for you just to remember? Remember it? Yeah, I think I just need to remember it. Because if I have a note, if I take notes, it'll just become a chore and I'll have to be like, this is already a pretty crowded desk space. It does. If you didn't attack, you'd survive. Really? But both of his things had menace. Bird blocks the 2/1s. Novice blocks whatever you... Bird blocks the 2/1. Novice blocks whatever you stay at. Novice still on board. 2, 4. 1. Yeah, I blocked with the bird. If I didn't attack, I could have blocked the other one. And then it would have just been 4 damage. I would have lived. Was I just assuming that he was going to be able to buff his other creature up? I must have. Oh, wait, for real. I'm not keeping up with standard. Sorry. Oh, wait, for real. I'm not keeping up with standard. Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. I think you were right, though. I think I was just assuming that he was going to be able to buff his creature up. And he definitely still could have because he didn't play a card that turn, which who knows if he was just being a friendly chap. But I think I did my math wrong. I must have just been assuming that he was able to buff up his Bitter Blossom. All right, this hand feels pretty good to me. It's only not very... Oh, it's against Forest. Hopefully that Badger Mole Cub doesn't pop off. And this is going to surprise... This is probably going to be considered a bad move. However, every time I do it, it kind of works out. I can't really afford to have him have Llanowar Elves. Because whenever this deck, a green deck, which inevitably will have a Badger Mole Cub, gets early advantage, okay, it's maybe not Badger Mole Cub. So I might have jumped the gun. But I feel like it was worth doing still. Because having that kind of advantage on me early it just kind of works out. Shard, I'm going to do Wonder Weave for sure. And because they're both ward, I feel fine playing Momo this turn. Because I don't really want him to die. But that's what he's there for. But this has reach, so no attacks, unfortunately. I could have held off and attacked, and if he blocked, I could have Shard Mage's Rescue, but I still would have died. That actually wasn't an option. Badger Mole Cub, there it hits the field now. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Badger Mole Cub play more than green. Maybe not, though. Okay, what do I want to do here? Being able to fly actually feels pretty good in this scenario. So let's actually, because he's going to be more worried about his strategy, I want to get everything on my board to be flyers and deal damage in the air, and hopefully I can do more damage than he can per turn, but it's going to get out of hand if he plays Oroboid right now. And he's about at that point to where he's going to. Sucks to lose removal, but you always want to destroy a mana dork before they can use it. That's actually, thank you for confirming, because that was just me. Oroboid. This ain't looking too good. Because that was just my thought. And I was just kind of rolling with it. Fair, one thing I know a pro Magic player near my area do is to take notes on the deck he loses against, then he correct his deck to take his odds to win. Yeah, I probably should. But if I make this area more of like a faff to use, I think it doesn't bode well for my goal of streaming every day. I really need to draw Sheltered by Ghost. But his reach is still on board. I honestly might even Sheltered by Ghosts his Leyline, Weaver, or a Seam Rip works. Because I need to be able to do things. Oh, he has a flyer. God damn it. Last time I played against this deck, a very similar situation happened. And he just kept having this. Every single card he drew, he had a flyer as an answer. Maybe I can pull this off. But he's already got this whole board. It doesn't look good for me. No flowers in this turn. But I do have a clear path for some strikes, and I'm going to be gaining 2 life. I think that's my only path forward. I could hold up all blockers, but he's probably just going to hold at the beginning of combat on your turn. On each creature you control where X is the creature's power. Man, this card is broken. It is seriously broken. But I need to chip away. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But he's at 9. It does not look good. Could have blocked by moment and get scryed too. The Yuger VR! How's it going, my friend? Thank you for being here. I made more changes in my deck. And Ouroboros 1, impossible. 2 Ouroboros, really impossible. No blocks. So now this is the 3rd time in 2 weeks where this deck has popped off against me, which honestly isn't that bad of a ratio. So I can't get too mad yet at it. In Commander, it's a problem too. I mean, that makes sense. The card is just freaking strong as hell. I mean, it's like almost... It's a crazy amount of value for that amount of mana. And since they get so much mana so quickly, the game's over sometimes in 2 turns. It's gonna hit the field on turn 2, I think. You literally can't make this up. But honestly, this feels like I could potentially keep it. Because all of these are 1-drops. Do I be greedy here? I really want to be greedy. No, I can't do it. Okay, this was a better hand. 1 is going back into the library. It goes. Man, that shows personal growth. Believe it or not. There was a time a week and a half ago I would have kept that hand, and I would have definitely regretted it. But, what is this? It's colorless? Okay. I'm going to just do what my deck does. Make it as strong as possible, early as possible. 3 damage. Hopefully he plays a creature and I can Sheltered by Ghosts and keep this going. Is that another colorless mana? No, it's white and blue. Obsessive Pursuit. When this enchantment enters and at the beginning of your upkeep you lose 1 life and create a clue token. When you attack, put X11. Okay, he is going to be doing some things. Rex's number of permanents you've sacrificed this turn. Okay, that's a little scary. Do I get rid of this by Sheltered by Ghost? Not colorless? Oh, wow. You know, there's a meme that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't read, and the meme is accurate. It really is, and it feels bad about it. Do I Sheltered by Ghost this? I feel like this is a main strat of his. I'm going to do it. Because I feel like I have to just go guns blazing here to have a chance. Because as soon as it hits the next turn, like turn 3 or 4, and I haven't won, then I'm just not going to. All right, let's see if I made the right choice. If I draw a creature, I think it was the right choice. Hopefully. He went down to 4. Okay. This can come back. I feel... Please, creature, not a creature. But he clearly wants this. Right? He clearly wants that. Do I Seam Rip? No. Seam Ripping would be stupid. I think. I gotta wait for my opening. Now that I'm thinking... I wonder if there's white haste... White creatures with haste. Whenever a creature enters or attacks, What is this? Choose up to one non-land permanent to sacrifice or card to discard. You will lose 4 life if nothing. Lose 4 life for sure. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, put a blight counter on it. Hey, that's helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Plains. Well, at least I bought myself time with that life link. Hover over it again, please. Yes, I will. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice any number of non-land permanents. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent. Each opponent loses. Then, for each blight counter on it, each opponent loses 4 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent of their choice. Jesus! This is going to get out of hand very fast. I need a creature. Please give me a creature. Please give me a creature. Okay. That is a creature. And he's tapped out. I'm sheltering by Ghost that so fast. So freaking fast. The game's not lost, but it's not feeling pretty good. He's... Okay, he definitely has a trick up his sleeve. Do I block that? If I get rid of my creep... No, I can't block it. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. Don't play a creature. Please don't play a creature. Okay. No creature? Wow. And it hits the board. That's pretty nutty. That's pretty darn nutty. I don't have anything with haste, so... Damn, that feels bad. That deck is crazy. This card is crazy. It's the first time I've ever ran into this deck. Wild. That was wild. Oh, man. I wonder if white has any creatures with haste. I kind of want to start from the beginning, to be honest with you, because I'm so sick of running into these situations of like... All right, let's see here. Creatures. Haste. So white doesn't like haste. Oh, wait. Not collected. Let's see there. Why is it doing that? Why do I show every color? Why is it? Oh, because they have the colors in them? It's kind of strange. Wow. Ginger Brute. This creature can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. Huh. I don't think it does in standard. This card kind of works. I kind of like that card. Ginger Brute. Sir Ginger has trample, hexproof, and haste as long as an opponent controls a plane. That never happens. Okay. I want to cut these cards. I kind of want to start from the beginning just with this. But I feel like I've made progress with the cards I added. That draws cards, so I want to keep it. This scries cards, so I want to keep it. This is just a flyer. I'm cutting that. I like this for recursion, but honestly, if I have to worry about recursion, the game's over. Sheltered by Ghost, Wonderweave. Maybe I try this. Ginger Brute is a cool guy. He seems pretty chill. He seems like you would have him over for a tea party, that's for sure. If you get hungry at the tea party, it might be game over, though. Novice Inspector, 3 Momo Playful Pet. Maybe I remove one of these. Make it go to 68. Look at Mardu Devotee. Mardu. When this creature enters Scry 2, would I rather have flying, vigilance, and then, well, dying is pretty inevitable. So these are basically the same thing, except Momo has flying and vigilance. So I feel like there's more of an upside there. So then I would have to replace something else. And it would really come down to this. This does kind of feel too slow to me. I went down from 4 to 2. Even though if you look up this deck on untapped.gg, this is a 4. But it is a scryer. Let's see. I'm just gonna finish this and see if that changes anything. I don't want to be stuck with analysis paralysis because I don't want to be on that screen the entire night, which I can definitely see myself doing that. I'd rather get reps in, learn some more cards, get better at combat, the whole shebang. Also, you should choose the deck you're building. Many 1-drops with white, super aggro, or a little slower enchantment buffing thing. Well, the whole deck was just like copy and paste mono white aggro enchantments. But I added cards where I saw fit. Perfect card for an opening. I actually really like this edition. But then again, I haven't looked at untop.gg since like 2 formats. It's been like 2 formats, it feels. Do I do Optimus? Yeah, I do Optimus Scavenger here. He's really looking at that card. I'm going to attack with it. Buff up Momo. He's gonna... Hopefully he gets rid of Momo and not the Optimus Scavenger. Man, I love this mechanic. Everybody hates everything I've seen online. Everybody hates Aether Drift. I like it. Okay, he was smart enough to realize Optimus Scavenger is the problem. That's a shame. Ginger Brute. Do I leave Shard Mages for next turn? I kind of feel like I should, because I don't have any more creatures in my hand. Next. Even though not playing aggro in an aggro deck doesn't feel good. How are your removal in that deck? Well, there was a period over the last couple of days where I added a bunch of removal. However, today I removed them. And the reason why I removed them is because, like, this deck really needs to be as aggressive as possible in the first 3 turns. That's what I was kind of noticing. Man, holding up Shard Mage's Rescue, I don't want to make the same mistake as I was last couple of days where I didn't play this for a couple of turns and I would have had game if I played it on turn 1 instead of waiting on turn 4. I still feel like that's a smarter thing to do. I literally told myself I wouldn't do that anymore. Just feels super unnatural. Damn. Okay. Now that he's drawing... Oh, man. I literally told myself I wouldn't do that anymore, and I just did it again. Old habits die hard. It's so true. Resolve. Yeah. Yep. I should have played Shard Mages. Should I play it right now? Have more mana in my hand? Probably not. I would if Optimus Scavenger was on the board, but he has stuff to play. Oh, he discarded. Wow. Investigate. I gotta draw cards. That feels good. Activate ability. Draw cards. Come on. He has something to play. Oh, man. I held up Shard Mage's Rescue in my hand. That if I play this card and I don't hold on to Shard Mage's Rescue now and I get got because of it, now would feel horrendous. He's really looking at Ginger Brute hard. He's looked at it like 4 times. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. Okay, because I made the decision 2 turns ago, I feel like I have to die on this hill at this point. Now, next turn, I'm for sure going to do it. Oh, man. Well, let's think about it. I would have done, so far, 2 extra damage, so he would have been at 3. I could have played that, and he would have been at 2, so it wouldn't have caused lethal yet. Not yet. So far, I think holding it up is okay. Resolve. The fact that this has vigilance, by the way, actually is pretty darn good. He's just now starting to get his engine on board. When this artifact enters, exile target card from graveyard, sacrifice artifact, exile each opponent's graveyard, sacrifice artifact, draw a card. Okay. When this artifact enters, exile target card from a graveyard. Okay. If he taps out, I'll feel good. My turn. That helps out a lot. I feel like I have to win this turn. Momo Playful Pet is going to win this game for me. I've already decided. I don't have anything to worry about, I think, because of Shard Mages. Okay, he could definitely get an answer, but he only has 1 mana, and this is going to be each opponent loses 3 life. That's okay. Honestly, I shouldn't. The whole knowledge of card pool here is really hurts in these situations because like I don't think I should be worried with him having only 1 open mana. But maybe I should. Count. Resolve. I can't do anything about that. But what I can do is he's tapped out, so I don't have anything to worry about. All right, 4 damage. What does he have to play? Okay. Well, why was he able to play? Can I see the board from this view? He was tapped out. Should have little to no removal, but seems like you just off by a little life total to be able to... Yeah, like every time I lose, it's because of that. But I have gone on 6-game win streaks. The more I think about it, the more I believe cutting enchantments and adding more early aggro would be beneficial for you. Well, I feel like that's a whole... When you say early aggro, do you have like examples? Are you talking about like instants? Like, because that would probably just be mono red, wouldn't it? Yeah, I feel the same way as you, Stormvault. I really do. I just don't... I've been looking at cards over the last couple of days. I just haven't been able to find a solution to that yet. Another hand with 1 mana. I haven't cut. Okay, what's frustrating about this isn't the fact that it's happening. It's that it's happening right after 2 days of just straight up flooding. And I haven't touched the total amount of lands. In fact, I've cut things down, so the ratio is more in favor of lands. Sheltered by Ghosts is gone. I mean, Shard Mage's Rescue is gone. Theme Rip is gone because that sometimes isn't even impactful. Hey, I've been able to mulligan twice and still win. So it's not the end of the world. Seam Rip would have went absolutely bonkers right there, though. But at least I'll have a Sheltered by Ghosts when Auraboid hits the field. Savannah Lions is nice. No, just good white creatures. Oh, I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying now. I did at the start of this video, I added way more creatures and I cut some of them just now. It really, what... So I see what you're saying, but in my experience, every time that I try to go wider, I get hit with the board wipe that a Shard Mage's Rescue doesn't help with. And that's why I added Momo. To at least when that inevitably dies, I get a Scry. So if there was a thing I could get to where I could go wide and also have card advantage, that would be a whole different story. But I'll go wide, my hand is empty. And that's the end of it. Whenever a land you control enters double Tifa's... Do I get rid of Llanowar Elves here? Probably. This is a sack, right? Yeah, he has to sacrifice that. So he can't counter it at the moment. Okay, I'm going to Seam Rip Llanowar Elves. Now I'm going to play Ethereal Armor, so he's not going to be able to block it. And if Tifa gets out of hand, I'm going to Sheltered by Ghost it. Is he waiting to sacrifice that? I don't understand. Ethereal Armor. So I don't have to be worried about the block. All attacks, one attack. Hope that my Spider survives. However, in this green deck, I really haven't ran into too much removal against it. So I don't think I have to be worried about that. So I should be able to Sheltered by Ghost if things get out of hand at all. Well, the decks that play board wipes, you want to outrun. If you can't outrun them, then you have slim chances anyways. Yeah, that's basically all I face. So this has been a brutal few days. I was having fun regardless at the start, but I was getting a little salty over the last 2 days. So I should probably put in the VODs. I put got salty in one, but I think I forgot to like tag it as like I got heated, because like I don't want that to be someone's first impression of me, even though I wasn't like super negative or anything like that in terms of like hateful, like a piece of crap type of person, but I was still getting a little heated because I was like getting flooded and screwed, and while they're just popping off, and I'm just like, this game hates my guts. You know what I mean? He has another Llanowar Elf. That doesn't feel good. Why is he cracking this? Search your library for basic put onto the battlefield. He has 2. So Tifa is going to get huge. Absolutely huge. Does it come in tapped? Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And that's a 4-2. I'm still okay with that. Now it's going to be a 5-2. I'm so okay with that as long as he's tapped out, but he's going to have Llanowar Elves. Maybe I should have Seam Ripped it. Double Strike? That's 10 damage. That will be 12 damage. Wait a second. I don't have game, right? Low-key kind of want to... I mean, he doesn't have 2 more, so that's not going to be that big next turn. So I'm actually going to tap... I'm actually going to swoop up Llanowar Elves, which I didn't think that was going to happen. Oh! How did that get so... What? What? What did I miss? Oh, ethereal armor. I'm such... Oh my gosh. Dumb. Oh, that should have been an easy choice. Ooh, you should Shelter Tifa? You kicked its ass? Thank you. Thank you, stranger. Thank you so much. Tiger Dillo. So I think, actually, that was a good play. And it would have been an easy choice to make if I remembered Ethereal Armor. Maybe timing your total damage dealt per turn to see when you might need to play removal. Of course, you need to play more games to get the best result. That's true. I should be more patient, right? In terms of the whole process. You should Shelter Tifa. Look up Savannah Lions. That's just a 1-drop 2/1, isn't it? I looked it up. I was looking up a lot of mono white creatures lately, because I was trying to solve this. Yeah, just 1-drop 2/1. I think I'd rather have a 1/1 with Flying and Vigilance. And I'm already at 68 cards of 60. Dollmaker's Shop may be a good card to add in. Hey, no, Gary. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your input. Let's look up. I've never heard of that card before. Dollmaker's Shop. Got to say not collected. Turn the lands thing off. Okay, I misspelled that obviously. Let's just type in doll. There we go. Dollmaker Shop. Whenever one or more non-toy creatures you control attack a player, create a 1/1 white toy. Okay, actually, that's interesting. Creatures you control have base power and toughness equal. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, very sweet. It is pretty sweet, isn't it? What the heck? But now what do I cut? Okay, guys, I really hate doing this, but I have to go potty. I'll be right back. Hopefully you guys don't leave. I'm gonna be as quick as possible. It's TMI, but it's 1, not 2. Okay, be right back. Sorry for the intermission. Okay. That's a creepy looking picture, but I like cards that are like dual cards like that. But what do I cut? Also, is it a rare? Oh, it's mythic. That's gonna take up some of my resources. I would kind of want to cut Spellbook Vendor and add 2 of them. Maybe I cut Spellbook Vendor. No. Man, that's a hard decision. Okay, because of the mythic. How many do I have? I have 11 mythics. Well, that actually does solve some problems. But it's not a creature. Okay, what about this? I feel like I'm not getting a good enough sample size of games because I play 2 games, make a change. Play 2 games, make a change. Let's play a few more games. That is definitely going to go in the deck, I feel like. That deck, that actually solves a lot of my problems. We'll have creatures, and then like no matter what, well actually I would still have the problem if I get board wiped. I would need a creature to start rebuilding, but I could rebuild faster. Just one creature would be able... Hasty creature, but I have Gingerbrute. This is a great hand. Very happy with this. Playing against Swamp. A Swamp. I'm attacking. This feels good. First time I'm attacking with a hasty little guy. Feels great. Couldn't feel any better. Yep, why do you have a Spellbook Vendor? Well, I'll tell you why. The first and most important reason is because when I decided to get into this game, I did a cardinal sin for a fellow like myself. I net decked. I completely net decked this deck. And that net deck called for it. So obviously the internet knows better than I. So I kind of just went with it, you know what I mean? I'm going to do something I've never done before. Never ever done. And that is Shard Mage's Rescue. Just for its +1/+1 ability. Feels crazy. However, I've been telling myself to do it, and I feel like this was my first chance to do it where I wouldn't feel bad doing it. And now I'm just going to pay the price right now. Right here, right now. He has red. Okay, I'm not paying the price yet. Okay, I'm not paying the price. And the second reason, by the way, Spellbook Vendor is because when you play Spellbook Vendor, you can pay an optional 1 mana, and it creates an enchantment token. So that works very well with this whole strat. When it goes off, it's just a tad slow. And that's why it's like the first thing I cut every single time I make one of these changes. No blocks. Can't afford to block. Okay, Plains feels alright here. Especially now that I'm going to put my Ginger Brute into the air it goes. Feels great, actually. Novice Inspector. Maybe I should have done an Optimus Scavenger and got more +1/+1 counters. But I'll be able to draw again next turn because of the investigation that I just went through. Just attack with the Ginger Brute. Can't afford to lose my Optimus Scavenger. He's getting life, though, so it's going to be hard to outpace this. But I'm going to try my best regardless. When this creature dies, exile a top card of your library. You can play it until the end of your next turn. Oof, duh. Oof, duh. 1 less damage is alright to me. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because that advantage is pretty good. But maybe it's a whiff. What is it? As an additional cost, cast a spell, discard a card, sacrifice a permanent. Souls lost, powers equal to the... Okay, that's a... Jeez Louise, that's a 4/5. That was a mistake. But I felt like I needed to stop the damage when I could. 5/5 and a 5/6. I have 2 chump blockers at the moment. This is going to get pretty big. If I draw Ethereal Armor, I might be able to pull this off. Plains, Optimus Scavenger, Feather of Flight, Ethereal Armor. So 1, I'll have 4. 1, 2. Well, there goes my strategy. But these can both attack, and this will fly. So it's still not over. First things first, Optimus Scavenger. Second things second, Optimus Scavenger. +1/+1 on the Optimus Scavenger. +1/+1 on the Optimus Scavenger. Draw a card. Follow up for next turn. It has Menace, so I literally need to have 2 creatures available to block. So just 1 attack in the air. Alright, so this game is not out of grasp. It's getting there, but it's not quite there yet. When this creature enters surveil, 1 exile this card from your graveyard, you draw a card, and you lose 1 life. So can this be played as a creature or a sorcery now? Or both? Each opponent sacrifices a creature or vehicle of their choice. Each opponent who can't discards a card. Can I choose to discard a card? Well, I can't block that now. And he can be a 7/7. Shite. Shite. Man. I feel like if I get rid of this, I have no chance. Well, let's hope I made the... It's a risky move. Oh, it's a 7/7 now. Damn it. Oh, I should have read all the cards more thoroughly. But it just would feel so bad losing that. Okay, I didn't think clearly there. And honestly, it's the point of the stream where my brain is... Yeah, literally. Guys, I have a problem. And it's a serious problem at this point. Around the hour 20-minute mark of streaming, my brain turns into mush. And it happened around the 50-minute mark today. And what's concerning about that is that how can I stream if I can't make it past an hour? I've done 2 hours before, but I was well rested that day. But these streamers I see, they stream for so long, and it just seems like such a Herculean task for me. Why do you have... Okay, I didn't miss any chats, I don't think I missed any chats. It just seems like such a Herculean task. Maybe eventually I'll build up my endurance. That's what I'm really hoping for. Playing against black again, that doesn't feel great. This hand feels pretty okay, though. Tiny Bones, the pickpocket. What does it say? Death Touch. Whenever Tiny Bones deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target non-land permanent card from that player's graveyard. Fascinating. Is that worth seam ripping? Do they play? I don't know this deck. Oh, brother. I don't know the deck, but it seems like something that I would want to seam rip. I don't want my creatures dying to freaking Death Touch. And my boy Ginger Brute comes out. I really like this card, Ginger Brute. The only thing that would make it better is if it was Vigilant and not pay 1 for Vigilant. Yes, it is. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation, stranger. As an additional... Lovely. Lovely. Thank you. Okay. I would like to have more planes in my hand, so I'm going to put the planes... Oh, can I do that? I kind of want another creature, though. Let's do planes and then bottom. Yeah, I think that was smart. Planes and then bottom. A seam rip would be nice for this thing, but it's not a problem at the moment. Do I just kind of go ham right now? I think I gotta go ham. I mean, that's the name of the next game. He's not gonna lose his Moon Shadow, right? And it doesn't even matter now, because I'm big enough. So I gotta go for it. 7 damage to the dome. Speed counter. Switch it up. Play some other format where you don't have to think the same way all the time. That's a good option, but what format would I play? Because won't I still have to craft the cards? And I don't have as much crafting available to me. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card or pay 3 life. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. That card is ridiculously good. And of course, I didn't have Shard Mage's Rescue when I needed it. Ain't that always the way? But he hasn't outpaced me here, really, if I draw something good. Is it worth it to seam rip it now? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think I want him to pay all of his mana turn after turn to beef this up. And then seam rip it. But again, that goes into the whole mindset of... Okay, now it's worth to seam rip it. He's getting low in his cards. Do I play my hand out now? Huh. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 6 damage. Oh, but I also have this. But it's a blight effect, so I couldn't do that. Huh. This is going to be a curious thing to do. I'm okay with that. Very curious thing to do. The opposite of what my deck wants to do. And it really didn't really... I was hoping that he'd play more of his mana down. So now I just gotta go for it because I didn't draw what I wanted to draw. What I was hoping to do is draw a Shard Mages or a Ginger Brute. That was what I was hoping for. So now it's a 2-2. He definitely has an interaction of some sort. If this goes off, I will be able to not have to worry about -3/-3 cards. And he has something to play. That card is pretty unfair against my deck. And that's why I didn't go for it the turn before. but it was a null set regardless. Man, this feels terrible. What I'm deciding on doing is I'm going back to the net deck, I think. I know it costs 2,000 coins, but the Jumpstart format is a fast way to get stable cards for standard. Jumpstart format. Jumpstart format. Jump in? Is that what you're talking about? Jump in? Standard event. All access brawl modified metagame. Is that what you're talking about? Jump in? Jump in, I think it's called. Interesting. Let's see what it's all about. Welcome to the world of MTG Arena. Here you can explore popular cards and strategies and maybe even find a new favorite. It's time to jump in. When you join this event, you will get to select 2 different half decks from a variety of themes in alchemy. Combine them and you'll have a deck that's ready to go. Play as much as you want here, or use the cards to build new decks for other modes. They're yours to keep. Resign at any time if you wish to rejoin and pick new packets. You have to pay the entry again, but you'll keep all the cards from the decks you choose. Honestly, I'm sick of the deck I've been playing. And this is the same strat. So I'm not doing that one. I ran into this strat a million times. This strat is, only thing I know about this is it's mono black. I kind of want to do this for you, stranger. But I feel like I run into this deck so often that I kind of want to learn more about it. Plus, isn't that Simic? And Mai wants me to do... Mai is a viewer of mine, by the way. Mai wants me to play Simic. Okay, I'm doing that. Drawing, love it. Fueled up, flying. When this vehicle enters, draw 2 cards. I love that. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control against hexproof until end of turn. Is there a way to look at the cards in it? No? Oh, shite. I messed up. I clicked the wrong button. No. Oh, no. That feels so bad. I clicked the... Oh, no. I don't even know what I clicked. Oh, that feels so bad. I think I clicked the draw cards, right? I hope I did. Zombies are amazing. Dang it, I should have looked at chat before I made that decision, but it wouldn't have mattered because I misclicked. Oh, no. Well, hopefully I misclicked into the right choice. Man, this feels weird. Not seeing planes in my hands. Blue, green, enchant. Oh, this is another enchant. I'm sick of enchantments too. Keep. Unless a player has 13 or less life, that's fascinating. Tapped, because I don't have a 1-drop. Manifest Dread X times and put X 1/1 counters on each of those creatures. To Manifest Dread, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1 onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature, and the other into your graveyard. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. X times work. Then put X. Okay, I see. So this might be kind of a win con for the deck. When you unlock this door, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. Do I have landfall triggers? Okay, I want probably an island on the field. Whenever you manifest dread, put a... Okay, that's definitely the win con. When you unlock this door, surveil 2. Whenever you manifest dread, do I want a surveil or do I want a creature? Oh, I've seen this so many times in standard as well. I'd rather pay 2 when I can. When I have 2 available, it just feels like it. If you win, you get extra random card. Gotcha. Hopefully I get a cool random card. It will come around again in the future. It's interesting to change it up from time to time, though. Yeah, next time I'm picking zombies for you, stranger. Mechan Shieldmate. Defender. As long as artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature can't attack. Fascinating. Forest. Now I think it's time to scry. Manifest. When you unlock this door, manifest dread, then put a +1 counter on that creature. Let's do that. Even though that would have been the exact mana I have, but I think I want to set myself up. I have enough lands, I think. Oh, Surveil goes in the graveyard. But then again, Onslaught's kind of the win con, it seems, but I will have 3, 5. I will have at least 5, and one of them searches for a land. Okay, I think that's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. That's a 3/2. It's tapped, though, so I guess I just attack for 1. I'll be able to unlock this room, which I'll manifest dread once. This will put a card you put into your graveyard this way into your hand. Interesting. And the best part is you can use these to do the daily quest and complete them for more. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't put those 2 and 2 together there. Yeah, that's a good point. Now, when I don't like before, when I was just playing straight up mono white, there's been times where I couldn't complete something because it's red or blue, green, black, whatever. All right, I don't. Plus, this will probably teach me more about the card pool, even though this is a lot of these cards probably don't see play. Uthros Titanic Godcore. What a name. This land enters tapped. For each artifact you control. That's pretty cool. Station, tap another creature you control, put charge counters on this planet equal to. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that's like a commander staple at this point. Well, not a staple for an artifact deck. But then again, I feel like a lot of commander decks plays artifacts. A lot of artifacts. Forest? Whenever a face-down permanent you control enters, and whenever this creature or another permanent you control is turned face up, put a +1/+1 counter. I have 4 mana. This will take 3 of it. Okay. Decision. When you unlock this door, search your library for basic, put it into your battlefield tap, and shuffle. Do I do that or this? Or this? Fine. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. I'm gonna do this. Use up all my manas. I'm not sure if that was correct, but it feels good not have mana left over. Plus, this will allow me to draw. Enchanted creature loses all abilities in his black skeleton creature. Man, I'm getting shitted on in every goddamn game. 3, you both have 3 power. I don't want to lose my creature, so I might as well get 1 damage in while I can. Man, that sucks. But honestly, it's like it's just a +1/+1 counter enabler. Well, it's a flyer, and he has flyers. He also has this same card. So this guy is just a jerk. Treebeard. Evolving Wilds. I feel like that's a pretty good card for these starter decks. Feels like it anyways. Click Quant, what time is it? It is 8:45. Wow. I started streaming way earlier than normal. Good for me. Okie dokie. Dang, I have to move that. Okay, back to the game. Why is it taking them so long to... Forced. When this equipment enters, manifest dread, then attach this equipment to that creature. Equipped creature has flying. Wowza. So I have 2, 5, 3. Doesn't feel great. Maybe I look for another card. 3. Then I wouldn't be able to do anything else on my turn. Whenever you Manifest Dread, put a card you put into your graveyard this way into your hand. Manifest Dread. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1. Oh. Ooh. Forgot about that part of it. I thought it was just a top card. I forgot that Manifest Dread has 2 cards, and now one of them goes into my hand. That's exciting. Probably choose a card to manifest. Probably that one, and that goes in my hand, right? Yeah. Oh, I could, yeah, right there. Okay, this is working. Next, now I attack again. Wait, he has stuff to block with now. I have a 2/2 flyer, so that's cool. Oh, I'm liking this Manifest Dread thing. I like random effects, especially when it involves milling. So this deck is really up my alley. And playing a deck for the first time is like you're solving a puzzle, kind of. Flying, as long as Cloud Sculpt Technician. As long as you control an artifact, this creature gets +1/+0. Pretty good card. At what point do I pop this off? So next turn I would be able to do it for 3, 6. I would be able to do it for not that much. So not for a while, methinks, especially since I can get a basic land card on the field, 2 of them next turn. Okay, maybe in a couple more turns I can pop that off, and that'll be exciting. Well, while I'm waiting, he only has... Oh, wait. He can actually play some more things. I got another land card in my hand. Let's start with that. Whenever face down permanent you control enters, and whenever this creature or another permanent you can +1/+1. Okay, maybe I'll do this first. And then I'll have 2 things on board that will allow me to manifest, which feels pretty good. Unlocking a door. And the whole door thing, I like that card design too. So this deck actually is up my alley a lot. What do I... View battlefield. I have a dual blue. Okay, I want to get a blue, Meeves decided. An island, I should say. Sound like a darn fool. Oh, I had an island in my hand, so it wouldn't have made any difference. He has a 2/2 and a 2/4, so I'm not attacking. No attacks. And actually, this being so slow, very combat centric, this will help me get better at combat. Wow, I'm getting hand ripped in this fucking format. Lovely. I hate hand rips. Shame on Wizards of the Coast, honestly. I don't even know what their like in plain reason for hand ripping is. The cards you play are supposed to affect the creatures you play, not the player's hand. It's just so stupid. He's attacking with a 5/5 and a 2/4. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Because I'm just going to block the 5/5, not take that much damage with the 2/2, which will allow me to free up that equipment that I might want to play on a different turn. And I guess I could kill... I could block this. I could block something with this because it's kind of useless, but I could kill this, but what does this do again? +1/+1? No, I'm okay with taking 5. Yeah, I'm okay with taking 5. I'm okay with that. You can make a whole deck around making people discard their hand too. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, because you are forced to play different types of combat that you're not used to. Yeah, this is great for flexing my brain right now. Okay, I can start doing the things this deck wants to do. I can manifest Dread 3 times via this card. I could do a manifest Dread once. There. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do this instead of this big gold boy right now, because this will get me probably a land. Do I want to do the manifest dread of the +1/+1? Let's do this, because I might be able to play... No, I won't be able... I might be able to play a card after this with the remaining mana. And it looks like I will be. Enchanted creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Shuffle enchanted creature into... When this enchantment enters, manifest dread. Let's manifest this. That will go into my hand. I'll be able to play it. I'm good with this. So I'll have 2 manifested dreaders. And I'll be able to draw another card. More oof. I'm liking this a lot. I hope to God, stranger, I don't run into someone that's their entire strat is to hand rip. Whenever you draw a second card each turn, put +1/+1 counter, or this, draw 3 cards, return Arcanus to its owner's hand. That's a lot of mana for that. So that is going to be manifested. That is going to go into my hand. +1/+1. Okay, I'm feeling pretty decent about this. Do I want another land? I kind of do for this. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will make me have 9. So I'll be able to manifest dread multiple times with this. And this is kind of like... Oh, I can't. My bad. It's what I manifested is the only thing I can do. Next. So he has 1 blocker, 2 blockers, 3 blockers. Okay, I'm going to be able to attack with a couple... I'm going to be able to attack with this for sure. That feels good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he could block all of them. But I will be basically... I'll be able to get rid of 2 of his problems. So I feel like that's good. But that gets a lot... Oh, no. I'm actually going to cancel my attacks. Because that's going to get huge once I pop this card off. No attacks. End turn. I'm going to be patient. I hope you don't either. It's annoying to say the least. Bro, I kind of lose it when it happens to me once or twice a game. So if that happens to me every turn, I might never come back. Okay, I just need to survive one more turn. I'm popping this off, I think. This has already been unlocked, so this needs to be unlocked at 6. I could do that. And maybe get another land in my hand. And then manifest dread more. But again, the lesson I need to be taken into consideration is... 6. Okay, I definitely need to manifest dread here. This spell costs 1 last to cast if you control a wizard. Draw 3 cards. I do. Do I control a wizard? I don't, but I could. Oh, it's too late. I forgot that he gets flyers and I'm low as hell. Okay, how many can I do? 4, 7, 8. So I can do 1. That'll leave me 7. So I can do 3. It's only 3. Shite. But I can put a lot of stuff in my hand. That will be manifested. Put the land in my hand. Draw a card, flashback. This will be manifested, so I can draw a card. Manifest Dread. I could do Manifest Dread again. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a blue fairy. I could play that. Oh, it has flying. So manifesting this for sure. Getting flying on the board. That's going to be feeling great. I don't think I have enough +1/+1s to get game. Whenever you manifest, try to put a card. Oh, is that only considered 1? Manifesting of Dread? Okay, it's not. Okay, that's great. Okay. Crisis averted. There we go. I think I have to put a flyer on the board. Well, let's think about this. He has 1, 2, 3 blockers. Okay, I definitely need to put the flyer on the board. What does he have to play? Oh, he can put a stun counter on it and I won't be able to block it. That sucks. Well, because I'm dead on board to his flyers and that's it. Dang, I should have done this earlier. Should have taken my advice. My own advice and done it earlier. What a stupid thing to do. Literally. That's the whole advice, man. Man, playing that earlier would have been okay. Hopefully he doesn't remember this effect. And I can block his 7/7. So that'll leave 4 damage. Draw 2 cards and discard. Okay. I'm really praying that he forgets this effect. You got Final Fantasy to fall back on? I hope you don't have this. So that's true. But no, I'm still addicted to this game, to be honest. So I do want to start playing Final Fantasy. I'm just not sure when I'm going to start that. Probably pretty soon. Oh, man. Okay, this just reinforces the fact that I can't do that anymore. Such a Yu-Gi-Oh thing to do. If I played that a turn earlier, I think that would have been it. However, when I read it, I was like, man, that could go so hard. Let's go again. This might be my last game for the evening because I'm beat. All these nights staying up to watch this dang Australian Open is really getting to me. But tonight's the last night of that. Nocturne Mage. Okay, I have it. Okay. I can vindicate myself. I can learn my lesson and play this a lot earlier. Keep 7. I have a 1-drop. Flying, draw a card. Okay. I have a 2-drop too. I have 2 2-drops. So maybe I play my islands first. Probably going to play my islands first. To play a flyer. Feels good. Feels like advantage. Feels like advantage. All right, here's my second one. Flying Vigilant. A Vigilant Flyer. Enchant creature. Oh. Can't play that. I got hit with that last turn. All attacks. 1 damage. There we go. I'm winning. Let's go, baby. Forest. Is he all green? Well, I'm not all blue. Imperious Perfect. What is this? Other elves you control? An elf deck? That's pretty fun and exciting. A forest? Will that do me any good? Does it tap for mana? Create a... Oof. Oof. Yeah. Get rid of that ability. Getting rid of that real quick. A 1/1. Can't block my 2 flyers. Let's go. I am really winning now. A 4-point margin. Let's go. This game is really swinging my way. That I learned my lesson. I said this in the past. I'm never making that mistake ever again. And this card is what really hammered that home for me. Hopefully, when I go back to standard, I won't be doing that Shard Mage's little dance I've been doing. Wildheart Invoker. Target creature gets +5/+5 and gains trample until end of turn. That's pretty cray-cray. Let's do a green. And I can manifest Dread once. And that will give me a blocker. But I don't have any payoffs. Ooh, I can draw a card. And I don't have to tap this? I accept. I accept your terms. And I will do 2 in the air. Stormvault. You can play as many times as you want or resign to get the cards in your card pool. You can also buy a new ticket to choose a new deck. And then come back another time to play it. You can also buy a new ticket. Yeah, I'm gonna ride this deck out for a little bit longer. because I like it. To be honest with you, I like the mechanics that I'm working with here. One blocker. I'm okay with that. I don't know why he wanted that to be in the graveyard so much. I have more blue cards in my hand, so I'm going to do a blue here. Do I have a wizard? I don't have a wizard. This is a wizard, so maybe I'll play this first. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1. Okay. That feels like an advantage that I like investing into. He still has no flyers, so I'm just going to do little chippers every turn. Next turn, I might actually play this. But this draws me 3 cards. This will be a 4/4. So I'll be able to kill that next time that it attacks me. So maybe I do that instead of manifesting Dread first. When this artifact enters, search your library for a basic forest. Reveal it, put it in your hand, pay a lot, sacrifice this artifact, create a 5/5 green elephant token. Alright, so this deck literally goes very big, very quickly. Well, not very quickly, but for this format, it feels like it. Is this a mana dork? It is a mana dork. Jeez, this deck's pretty good. I feel like I need to get the blockers on the board next turn. But maybe I draw the cards instead. That'll be a 3. I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6. I won't have the mana to draw 4 cards, and that will definitely be big enough. He's only attacking with a 4/4. Do I draw a card, then discard a card? Ooh, I can. Okay, no blocks. Last turn, I'm not blocking. Okay, now I really have to make a choice here. And it's a pretty difficult choice to make. Oh, I forgot about that. Another island. Do I do this, or do I draw and get a beefy boy? Oh, man. So that's 4. I would have 2 left. I could do that or this. I'm going to do this. I've decided. And that changes things. I was only making that decision based off of... This spell was kick, draw a card. Kicker. So I need 4 for the kicker. Maybe... Do I play this or do I draw more? This will definitely be big enough to deal with whatever he has to deal with. I'll not attack. Flying, whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1. That's 5, that's 4. That would take him a lot to put that back into his hand. I think... that's a hard decision, actually. I think I'm doing this. It kind of helps me with the tempo, and that's my biggest worry. And it kind of makes sure that I'm only going to be hit with 5 next turn. So maybe I can attack out this turn. 5, 6, 7. That's in the air. He's not... Oh, is this a reacher? It's not a reacher. So 7. That's game next turn if he doesn't get rid of this. I might regret it, though. If I do 6... Oh, this is Vigilant. So I'll have a blocker. Okay. All attacks, I'll still have a blocker. I feel like that's the win con there. Might not, though. I might have just made a grave error. But I like that idea I had, though. His clock is expiring just as fast as mine is, and I have tempo. Flash. No haste. When this creature enters target instant or sorcery in your graveyard, it gains harmonized until end of turn. Its harmonized cost is equal to its mana cost. What is he going to do? I like that it shows you the card that you put in their hand. Really helpful. Uh-oh. That's 7, though. Trample, though. I'm still fine. He's tapped out. No point I'm not blocking, right? Man, if I lose because of some like one-off ability where I do get 1 damage dealt to my face, I would feel bad. Feel real bad. But I think I won. He doesn't have any flyers. And he can't play anything else. There we go. I made the right choice. +1, +1. I'm still gonna play this out as if I didn't have game, because who knows? I mean, I know everything on the board. There's nothing he can do. I can just attack. But just to, I don't know. I might as well play this out for practice, right? Draw a card. Flashback. Can I pay that? Oh, no, it's not flashback. I'm gonna draw a card. There we go. Get a lot of counters, all attack, all in the air. He can't do anything. There we go. Good game. There we go. I still didn't play this card, though, which is funny enough, but I did the whole think clearly regarding it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's like I played that card. So I'm feeling pretty okay with that. Keep playing until this event ends. Claim, though. What did I get? Mythic? No. Stargaze. Look at twice X cards from the top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. You lose X life. Is that a good card? I haven't seen it played in my time on Standard, but Stormvault, Stranger, everybody else, Miss, I don't know if you're still out there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This is actually one of my longest streams, 2 hours. But I think I've more than hit my wall. I did try to surpass my limits. If you know where that's from, let me know. It's one of my favorite series of all time. Surpass my limits right here, right now. And maybe I can build up my endurance, because like I don't know how those streamers do it, but they stream all day, every day. It's honestly super impressive. But then again, they probably don't have jobs, so that's like they're, you know what I'm saying? So maybe it's fair enough for me to think, maybe? I don't know. Even if without a job, I feel like it would still be difficult. Thanks for having me. It was fun as always. Thank you so much, Stranger. Well, I'm not going to yap and monologue and talk your ear off. I'm just going to end the stream. I need to get better at that. Just end the stream. I don't know. All right, guys. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then soon. But I definitely will be back tomorrow. I'm not failing. That's for sure. All right, guys. Catch you later. Thank you so much. End stream now.